Welcome to the Brant Phillips Show, the show dedicated to results. Now, here's Brant.
Welcome, everybody, to the Brant Phillips Show. It is your friend, Brant Phillips, and I'm going to start today's podcast off by asking you a question. Are you really playing all in? Are you really playing all in right now in your business? Are you playing all in right now in areas of your life that you desire to truly create results? Because I would have you consider that one of the most important things that determine our success or our failure is whether or not we are playing all in. And so I'm going to ask you another question. I'm going to ask you just to think back on your life or in your business. I want you to think of one or two times in your life where you played 100% all in. Just think about that right now. And as you pick out a couple times in your life where you were 100% committed, no matter what, and you played all in, I will almost guarantee you that you created results. And I will also have you consider that when you have not played all in, most likely you have not what? You have not created results. Results happen by going all in. And I'm not talking about just some, status quo, just average ass results. I'm talking about big freaking results. Those only happen one way, my friends, and it's when we play all in. So the other day I was at the gym, and not my CrossFit gym, not anywhere else. I was like at the gym, and I don't go that often. I go to swim and do a few other little things I do there on occasion. But anyways, I ran into a guy I knew from the past. He was a wholesaler who I knew, 10 years ago maybe, was when I first met him. Maybe not quite that long ago. This was probably 7 to 8 year range. I don't know. But he was a guy that I used to know, and he was a wholesaler, and I bought some deals from him, and he was a good dude, hardworking guy, and he was creating some success. He was doing really, really well, getting a good reputation as one of the better wholesalers in our city. And I thought, I'm not saying he's not squared away, but he looked really squared away, and I was like, this is a guy who's going to make it. Because I will tell you that I've seen so many people come into the real estate investing game, to the real estate investing business, and fail. And, we've all heard the statistic that 9 out of 10 businesses fail. Well, real estate investing is a business just like any other, and I would believe that statistic probably applies to real estate investing, although I'm not really sure about that. But if we believe that statistic to be true, 90% of people are going to what? They're going to fail. So anyways, this guy, like, I put him in the 10%. I'm like, this guy's going to make it. And he hung around for several years. So, but I hadn't seen him in a long, long time. And bumped into him at the gym. Happens to live over in my area of town. And said, hey man, what's going on? And he was like, man, I'm on your email list. He's like still like kicking ass, going strong. And it's good to see that, man. So I'm like, what are you up to, man? He's like, oh man, I had to get a job and this and that and the other thing. And it was really, what I heard was excuse, not fully committed, didn't play all in, blah, 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 blah. And nothing wrong with that. That's just what he chose. Because the fact of the matter is, if we were to pinpoint and go back to say, hey, where did your business fail, or where did you lose? Maybe he lost desire. Maybe he just wasn't committed to it. Maybe it wasn't, something that he was passionate about. Because I tell people all the time when they get into real estate, it's like, look, this business and what I do, which is a lot more than just real estate. We've got multiple businesses going on, but this isn't something that you come in just kind of lukewarm, halfway committed. It's like you need to be passionate about this, and you need to love this, because whenever challenging times come, if you're not playing all in, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Because creating success in business or life, in your marriage, in your relationship with your children, in your health, in your fitness, it requires, at times, not all the time, but it requires blood, sweat, and tears. It requires your time. If you're not playing all in and you're not giving your time to an area of your life and business that needs that time, then you're going to fail. It needs your effort. When you're playing all in, it means going all in with your effort. Hey, this is Brant, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. If you're at a place in your life or your business where you just feel stuck, or you just don't know what actions to take to help you get unstuck or onto the path to creating the results you truly desire, please take a few minutes and go to my website, brantphillips.com. There's some really valuable resources and information that may be able to help you out. And if you're interested in really speeding up results with the help of a coach and mentor and adding true accountability and guidance to your life and business, please reach out to me from my website as well at brantphillips.com or going directly to www.brantphillips.com/coaching. Now let's get back to the show. When you're playing all in, when you're truly playing all in, it means you're going to play all in with your money. You are willing to put that money down on the table. I see so many business people who are afraid to spend money on marketing, right? Like, they'll do the networking thing, they'll do that, but they won't spend money on their marketing. Why? Maybe they're not 100% committed. Maybe they're not playing all in. Sure, they can probably tell you some story about a previous campaign that didn't convert, or how they're so proud that all the business that they've got has been from word of mouth. That's a sign of not having a real business, by the way. But that's just one of the signs where people won't really put their money where their mouth is. And I say this all the time with my coaching students. Look, you will tell more about a person by these two things. One is where they spend their time, and more importantly, where they spend their money. Because we all know that money talks and what walks. But where you see people that spend their time and their money is where their true commitment is. And I could share a story about my church that our pastor is very, very transparent with the giving, right? And so he does like this financial update thing at the beginning of the year, say, hey, here's what here's what money that we took in as a church. Here's what we spent it on in terms of staffing, repairs, missions, giving, etc., etc. And it is an incredibly, incredibly pathetic number, the amount of giving compared to the amount of people that go to this church. It was like in the 10% range. It's very, very sad, actually. But what the story behind the statistic there, the story behind the story is that, a lot of these people, they probably talk a good game in terms of their faith, but they just don't back it up with their checkbook. They're not playing all in. You see, when we play all in, when we're really passionate about something, when we're really committed about something, there's going to be not only time and money commitment, but a work commitment. There's going to be some discomfort there. There's going to be some times where, like my friend at the gym, we're going to have some challenges, and we're going to have to ask these tough questions and just look at ourselves in the mirror and say, am I really committed to this? Am I really committed to going and playing all in? Because listen, my friends, when it comes to life, when it comes to business, your relationships, your health and your fitness, your real estate investments, whatever it is, whatever the results are that you're looking to create in your life or your business, the fact of the matter is that you can create those results if, this is a big if you play all in. If you play all in. So right now, look at your life and look at your business. That there's some areas, I know there's some areas, I'm not going to say if. So the areas where you're not getting the results that you truly desire, look at those areas and just admit it. Like, admit that you're not playing all in, and either be okay with that. Either be okay with that and just ask yourself, just like kind of take a minute and meditate on it and just like, hey, why aren't I playing all in this area? And, sometimes when we just stop and think about it, what we find when we're not really playing all in a certain area of life or business is we're really not passionate about whatever that thing is. And that point in time is a time for us to make a decision. It's like, hey, I need to roll up my sleeves and I need to get recommitted to this and get refocused and figure out why we were getting bogged down. Or we need to shift completely, go into a different arena, go down a different path. A friend of mine at the gym chose to go get a job. Now, it didn't look from his demeanor and his words that that's what he truly desired, but that was the decision that he made. So it may have just been that real estate wasn't the thing for him, and it could have been some, other business venture. But whatever it is, my friends, find a way to be excited. Find something that you are truly passionate about, something that you enjoy doing, and damn it, play all in. Play all in. Don't straddle the fence and play both sides and live a lukewarm life and run a lukewarm business. And later, because if you go on that path, you are on a plateau. You will become a statistic. Like I've seen 90% or more over my time who have come into business and fall out of business. People that are married and get divorced. People have broken relationships with their kids. People who are stagnant in their faith, that aren't not only just financially, but giving of their time and giving of their heart and their energy to others. There's so many areas, guys, like play all in. Play all in. And if you're not going to play all in, don't play at all. Find something else to play that you will play all in, because that is the only way that you will create the results that you truly desire. So I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for listening to the show. It is my honor to help you create results that you desire in your life and business.
You've been listening to The Brant Phillips Show. To listen to past shows, get updates on future shows, and find other resources or information about coaching, visit BrantPhillips.com.